ไหนคนไทยเนี่ยว่า นั่งสมาธินะเดินจงกรมนะอยู่กับพุทโธก็ลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกแล้วนั่งสมาธิแล้วฟังเทศก็เดินจงกรมก็ได้นะแต่อย่าให้ส่งจิตนอกนะมันจะไม่ได้ปุ้นไวเข้าใจไหมมันความห่วงขึ้นมาเลยนี่ขึ้นมาเลยโน่นขึ้นมาทำไมนี่ทำไมโน่นทำไมนั้นนี่มันทำหลายตัวเองยังไม่เห็นเหรออะไรต้องเกิดมันจะเกิดเข้าใจไหม เนี่ยอยู่กับพุทโธลมหายใจเข้าถึงใจมันสงบนะเมื่อใจมันสงบนะความห่วงก็ไม่มีความกลัวก็ไม่มีในบางที่ก็เห็นนะเห็นที่จะเป็นความจริงนี่มันสบายสะดวกสบายเมื่อออกจากสมาธิก็พิจารณาร่างกายนี่ที่สำคัญเพราะว่าของเขาติดกับร่างกายนี่แล้วของเขาใช้ชีวิตเพื่อร่างกายนี้แล้วเวลาร่างกายก็ตายใช้ชีวิตนาเพื่อร่างกายนี่มันความสุขอยู่ไหนถามตัวเองนะทำที่เป็นประโยชน์นะชาตินี้หาทางออกนะเพราะว่าเมื่อไม่หาทางออกนะตกนรกก็ได้นะขึ้นสวรรค์ก็ได้นะเมื่อหาทางออกได้แล้วก็เป็นโสดาปัตตินะไม่ได้ขึ้นสวรรค์ก็เกิดเป็นมนุษย์เข้าใจไหมไม่มีใครอยากตกนรกนะแต่ของเราก็มันไม่มีสัตว์ที่ตลอดเวลาเมื่อมีสัตว์ที่ของเราไม่ได้สร้างบาปนะแต่เมื่อไม่มีสัตว์ที่ของเราสร้างบาปเลยไม่รู้ตัวและสุดท้ายก็ต้องไปนรกนะไม่รู้ตัวก็มันไม่ใช่ผลนะที่ไม่ไปนรกนะเป็นบาปก็เหมือนกันนี่ต้องเข้าใจให้ดีนะ และพิจารณาร่างกายก็พูดบ่อยๆนะเมื่อใจมันสงบนะพิจารณาร่างกายก็ได้นะอันไหนก็ได้มันก็ผมเล็บขนฟันหรืออะไรว่าภายในนะว่าเอาร่างกายทั้งตัวนะเห็นความตายว่าเห็นความเกิดนะเห็นความเกิดเห็นความโตอะไรนี่นะเมื่อเป็นเด็กนะเป็นเรียกว่าอะไรคนนมนะเป็นเด็กเป็นคนนมเลยเป็นคนแล้วคนแก่เลยป่วยลองเนี่ยเลยตายเห็นชัดๆนะแล้วจะมีอะไรนะในชีวิตนี้เมื่อไม่ได้ทำเมื่อไม่ได้ทำสังประโยชน์นะกับชาตินี้หาทั้งออกมันชาตินี้ดีที่สุดนะชาติหน้าก็ไม่รู้นะมันจะเกิดที่ไหนแล้วจะมีปัญหาอะไรอาจจะมีปัญหาเยอะอาจจะขึ้นสวรรค์ลืมเนื้อลืมตัวนะคนที่ไม่เคยมีทุกข์นะมันเข้าวัดก็จำศีลก็ไม่เคยได้นะไม่สนใจเพราะว่ามันมีทุกข์นะคนที่มีทุกข์อยู่นะเนี่ยเห็นไหมฝรั่งก็ที่ทุกข์อยู่ก็มาเมืองไทยเพื่อหาวิธีแก้ทุกข์นะแต่ของเราและคนไทยก็หาแต่วิธีระบายทุกข์เนี่ยโอเคนะเบื่อนะมันเล่นโทรศัพท์นี่นี่นู่นนะคุยกันกินกันเชื่อเพลินกันแล้วมีสนุกสนานไปที่นี่นะมันเรียกว่าลืมเนื้อลืมตัวนะเพราะว่าของเราไม่มีสติของเราไม่รู้ทำอะไรลงไปบางที่ก็พูดผิดนะบางที่ก็นะมันทำผิดนะทำได้ทุกเมื่อเข้าใจไหมนะร่างกายพิจารณาร่างกายเนี่ยเพราะว่าความโกรธความโลภนั้นมันเกิดในร่างกายนี้เมื่อพิจารณาร่างกายเสร็จแล้วก็จะเป็นพระอนาคาก็ดีไหมไม่ได้เกิดไม่ได้เกิดในชั้น5นะอะไรจำไม่ได้ที่สู้ใช่แล้วก็ลุงตะโกพูดบ่อยๆนะจ ก็ เนี่ยครั้งแรกนะเมื่อพิจารณาร่างกายเขาเข้าโสดาปันได้นะเมื่อเห็นร่างกายไม่ใช่เราแต่เนี่ยที่สำคัญที่สุดร่างกายไม่ใช่เราดูร่างกายเนี่ย ทอดร่างกายทอดนะตัดแขนออกมาตัดลิ้นออกมาตัดหัวออกมาตัดภายในออกมาเลยมองดูนี่นะภาคร่างกายเนี่ยและอะไรที่มองดูมองอะไรที่มองดูภาคร่างกายเนี่ยเป็นจิตนะเป็นสตินะมันที่มองดูเนื้อสัตว์ที่อยู่ที่นี่แล้วทุกภาคนะของร่างกายอยู่ภายนอกนะนั่นมันของเขาก็รู้นะจิตก็รู้นะมาทำบ่อยๆจิตก็รู้นะมันร่างกายไม่ใช่เขาร่างกายก็เป็นร่างกายจิตก็เป็นจิตนะนี่ ที่สำคัญนะพิจารณานี่ว่าปัญญานี่ก็สำคัญเพื่อตัดนะเพื่อตัดก็เขาโสดาปันได้เข้าใจไหมมีคำถามไหมยอมหมายมีคำถามไหมไม่มีก็พิจารณาร่างกายนะปกติผู้หญิงก็ไม่ชอบก็ไม่เคยชอบทำพิจารณาร่างกายใช่ไหมว่านั่งทุกขเวทนาโอ้ยทุกนี่ พิจารณาทุกขเวทนาเหมือนกันนั่ง1 ชั่วโมง2 ชั่วโมงนะเพื่อเห็นทุกข์นะและทุกข์มาจากไหนเพราะว่าเวลาลุกขึ้นนะมันทุกข์ก็หายไปเป็นทุกข์แบบไหนเข้าใจไหมโอเคเดี๋ยวนี้ กลับได้นอกจากมีเอาฝนไม่อยู่นะก็ไม่มีคำถาม โยมบันก็ไม่มีคำถามก็พิจารณาร่างกายเป็นยังไงเริ่มหรือยัง ไม่ใช่เอ็นดีเข้าใจไหมเข้าใจที่พูดไหมเข้าใจแล้วค่ะSee, you can learn. She will not reject it if we help her. Sometimes we need some motivation for our practice. So we look at our life. What was the reason why we came here in the first place? Dukkha. Dissatisfaction, dis-ease, boredom, restlessness, whatever you call it, it's all called dukkha. Dukkha is a big container for all the unpleasant experience that we have. Be it bodily experience or be it, mental experience. So we're looking for a way out. So we need some motivation. Because after a while being here in the monastery, we forget our motivation why we came here in the first place. And the kilesas paint a nice picture how beautiful it is outside. And then you forget why you came here. Dukkha. You have to really understand dukkha. Dukkha in your life. And you start with birth. Nearly of all of us, nearly went, died, going through this small channel, If the doctor didn't give us, a slap on the back, we would have died, And quite a few children die, at birth, So that was already painful, And then we needed to learn to move this body, Then we needed to learn to walk. Then we needed to learn to talk. Then we went to school. Most of us went to school for at least 12 years, 10, 12 years, And then some of us went to university. Was it so much fun? Do you want to go through this again? Ask yourself, Get some motivation, You want to go through all this again, And then, even then, maybe we find a job. Then we have to wake up in the morning, go to the job, earn some money. In the evening we come back tired, we eat something, watch TV, or talk with other people, we just waste our time. Some people play games and so on. And then we go to sleep, and the next morning we wake up, and go to work again. Because we have to work for this body. We have to earn our living. That's what it's called. We have to work for this body in order to be able to keep it alive. We cannot just live from air and sun. No, we need some food. In order to get some food, either we grow food, or we earn our money so that we can buy food. And then we need clothes, and then we need medicine, and then we need, we need a place to stay. So it all takes money. And this money we have to earn. So all our life we are working. The first 40, 45 or 50 years, our body is relatively strong, and then afterward it starts to decay. And then we just wait for death to come. And just wasting our time, by doing this and by doing that. We never reflected upon it. Why do we talk to these people? Why do we get interested in this? Why do we do the things that we do? Because there is some unsatisfactory here in the heart. There's some dukkha in the heart. It is either called boredom, or it is called restlessness, because the heart is very restless. So we need to do anything, to not notice the dukkha. That's why we, have a conversation, or that's why we eat food, or that's why we go on trips, to this country, because we don't want to see it. We don't want to see the dukkha in our life. We only have, the tools, to hide the dukkha. For instance, when we wake up, in the morning, we are hungry. So we have to, this is dukkha. It's dissatisfaction when we are hungry. So we have to eat something. This is a way to get, to not to see dukkha, or to get rid of dukkha for the moment. Then we need to go to the toilet. It's dukkha. Then we need, then we get tired. It's dukkha. We don't. That is just bodily dukkha. And we don't realize this. The only thing, we try to hide this dukkha. By doing things, that make us not so aware of this dukkha. Go into hunger and see what is hunger. What is it like? Or the dukkha of feelings, of painful feelings. What is it like? We don't have to escape. This is something we have to make ourselves clear day after day, and until we get the motivation to practice 12, 14, 15, 16 hours a day. Because this dukkha doesn't go away. Dukkha goes only away if we do our investigation, if we follow the path that the Lord Buddha prescribed to us. And following this path that the Lord Buddha described to us is sila, keeping the 5 precepts, or here in the monastery we keep the 8 precepts that they just recited. We keep the 8 precepts, and then samadhi, we learn how to train our mind, to become calm, by either using anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing in and breathing out, or Buddha. And then the third part, of the path that leads to the end of dukkha is panya, the development of wisdom. And that can only come through investigation, but not through thinking about it, but through actually investigating real investigation. And we start with the investigation of the body, because that's what we are attached to. When we look at the first 3 fetters, the attachment, or the notion that we and the body are one and the same thing, we have to break this attachment. We are not the same thing. I know it is very difficult, but think about when you're born in a car and die in a car and never get out of the car, you think you must be the car. Because you don't know anything else. We are born in this body, we die in this body, and we never get out of the body, so we think we are the body. And that's why lots of people are very afraid, when they die. Because they think they die. No. The chitta, who occupies, who is the driver of the car, or who is the driver of the body, doesn't die. It just goes into the next, it looks for the next car. I mean, I've never seen a person, whose car died, going, I need to bury, I invite my relatives, to bury this car. Make a big ceremony out of it. Because we think and it's the same thing with the body. The body is not us. We use it. That's why I sometimes call it a biological robot that we inhabit and we use it. The chitta uses the body. The chitta and the body are two different things. When you look at the description of the Lord Buddha, what he says, the five khandhas. The five khandhas, body is one of the khandhas. Feeling is one of the khandhas. You can see it as bodily feelings or mental feelings. Thought formation is one of the khandhas. Memory association is one of the khandhas. And consciousness is one of the khandhas. He never said that the chitta is one of the khandhas. So the chitta is something different from the khandhas. The khandhas, the five khandhas, are the toolbox of the chitta that it uses. The problem within the chitta is that there are the kilesas in the chitta and there's the Dhamma in the chitta. So when we start to practice, want to practice it down, and then the kilesas come, using the khandhas, oh, I'm so tired, I need to go to sleep. That's when the kilesas that are within the chitta uses the khandhas. And then we go to sleep. Because we use so much, to our master or slave master. That drives us around. The slave master tells us we need this, okay. We need that, okay. We don't like this, okay. We only give our okay. And we have to pay the price for it. Being the price, of good merit or being the price of demerit. Whatever we do, because we have to pay. The chitta has to pay the price. The chitta is the one who goes to hell or the one who goes to heaven. Or who goes into one of the lower rebirths, like ghost or animal realm, or demon realm, or hell realm, or you can go up to the human realm, or be reborn in the human realm, or in the heavenly realm. The kilesas, no, they don't. They are just like kids, who have no responsibility. They constantly suggest to us, what to do, and we are so stupid and follow them. This is something that we have to realize. So we have to find some motivation, to really to practice. The first thing that we really need to practice, and most of us, especially when we come from the West, we have no samadhi. We have not the ability to concentrate on one point, for a length of time. So that's what we need, first. Of course, we need to keep the sila, but that is given, when we live in the monastery. So, we either stay with the Buddha and use the Buddha as our point of concentration. For samadhi, it is absolutely necessary to have a point of reference, an anchor, where we can anchor our chitta on, so that we can see if the chitta drifts away. If you don't have an anchor, if you just look at, a lot of people from the West, at least at my time, just looked at the spaciousness of the heart or the spaciousness of the mind. Then the chitta can drift any way it wants. No, we have to have an anchor, just like when we have a boat in the middle of the ocean, we need an anchor so that we don't move away. And the moment we move away, we notice it. So that's why we have the Buddha, or the point of concentration for the Anapanasati is around the nose, where we can feel the breath. And this point of concentration doesn't go away. We need to concentrate it. And once we are able to concentrate, to stabilize our concentration around that point, be it the Buddha or be it around the nose, then we start to learn sati, awareness of what is going on around this point. So, for instance, for the Buddha, is it fast? Is it slow? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Or for the breath, is it rough, or is it very fine, or is it whatever? How is the quality of that? What we observe at that point? This needs to be understood. It needs to be clearly understood. Samadhi is not only concentration. Samadhi is also the development of sati, of this knowingness, of this awareness. If we don't understand that, we can get into concentration, but this concentration is not very helpful because we don't have this awareness of what is going on. We can concentrate, but we don't have any awareness. And we need this awareness. We need this sati, we need this awareness, this knowingness, because that is the quality of the citta. The knowingness is the quality of the citta. So we have to develop it. That doesn't mean it, of course it is there, but we hid it under the plane of thoughts, under the plane of memories. That's where we hid the knowingness. Knowingness comes actually before there is any thought or there is any memory. This knowingness is there most of the time, but we have to develop it. We are not used to it, because we constantly are in our thoughts, we constantly are in our memories, so we don't know what is awareness. Awareness is aware of the things that are going on, without judging, without saying good or bad. So I suggest to the people who live here, look, have a look at one of the animals, be it a squirrel or be it an ant, and put your concentration on this animal, and then know what this animal is doing. This is the knowing, we see it, it goes from left to right, or from right to left, or forward, or down, or, it digs a hole. We know it, we don't have to tell ourselves. We see and know. In this knowingness, we have to develop the same, with our Buddha or with our Anapanasati. It is not easy because it's not there, it has not yet been developed. But it is essential when we go to the second stage of developing wisdom, we have to investigate. We have to investigate, we have to ask, we have to ask the citta questions. We have to ask the citta question, show me, what is death like? When I have my body flowing in front of me, I want to see how death is like. So the citta can show us, what is happening in death, at death. Because it has gone through so many deaths, so it knows it. So we observe what is happening. We don't think what is happening, we observe what is happening. Is the difference clear? And this is difficult for us because all our life we have been trained, to look, in fear and think about things, how they work, think about it, not to look, But when we look at the early scientists, they're only, how did they get the knowledge? Through observing. Newton is one of the famous examples, he saw the apple fall from the tree, So, he observed, and then, only then came the conclusion. But now we do the other way around. We try to make conclusions through thinking, and that's why it is so difficult for us to develop this awareness. So we need to develop this awareness, the knowing, the knowing of the breath or the knowing of the Buddha. How is the Buddha at this moment? Is it the beginning? Is it the middle? Is it the end? Is the in-breath at the beginning? Is it the middle at the end? When is the in-breath changing to the out-breath? And so on, and so on. Knowing every detail of the breath or knowing every detail of the Buddha. Yeah? Until we get calm. Once we get into samadhi, samadhi absorption, or what is it? Access samadhi. Sometimes upachara samadhi is called access samadhi, but samadhi is actually absorption. Where thinking and memory stops. Yeah? I mean, when thinking and memory stops, what is happening? And there is no future and there is no past. Yeah? There's just happiness. Yeah? Happiness or peacefulness or stillness. For everybody, it will be a different experience. Yeah? But there is no fear. There is no loneliness. Yeah? I mean, we could escape, this world, by going into samadhi. Yeah? It's useful sometimes, because then we can take a rest. It is just like, when we are tired, we go to sleep, yeah, and rest our body. Yeah? And it's the same thing, when we go into samadhi, we rest our mind, because when we do investigation, we have to ask questions. Yeah? We have to ask questions, when I cut up my body, yeah, when I sit here and cut up the body and put all the body parts out there, yeah, what part of the body is the body? Huh? If I assemble it like this, is it still a body? If I assemble it like this, is it a body? When is it a body? Yeah? Which part of the body, body parts is important? And then we see all of the body parts are important. Yeah? All these body parts make a body. Yeah? But they are just parts. Yeah? So this is where we need to ask the right questions. Yeah? It's the same thing, when we investigate Dukkha Vedana, when we investigate painful feelings. So if we sit for 2 hours, the painful feelings are coming. Yeah? What do? We get up and the painful feelings are gone. Huh? Magic feelings, yeah? Because they're gone. Huh? So we need to investigate what is painful feeling. Yeah? So we look at it, we accept it, we look at it, investigate it. Yeah? Where is it? Where actually is it? Is it in the skin? Is it in the tendons? Is it in the bones? Or where is it? Yeah? And we can't find it, And if you do it really, then it moves. It jumps suddenly to another place, yeah? And then we go to this place, and we move it, and then we do the same investigation at this place. Yeah? And then it jumps to another place, and then it jumps to another place, until it shows us where it's actually coming from. Yeah? And once it shows us, yeah, and we see with our inner eyes where it's coming from, we have understood, what Dukkha Vedana is. Yeah? We have not gone through all the stages of Dukkha Vedana, but yeah, this is very important for us to understand. Yeah? Of course we can infer it, that it comes from the heart, yeah, but we have to see it with our own inner eyes. Yeah? And then this understanding. Investigation, I often say, investigation is like opening the heart, showing the heart, do you see the parts of the body, do you understand it? And the heart says, no, I don't want to understand it, I don't want to see it. Yeah? We have to show the heart. Yeah? We don't show our mind. We instantly grasp the idea, yes, of course it's coming from the mind, but we cannot correct the mind. Yeah? But we can correct the heart. So we show the heart. Do you see it? You understand it? You see Dukkha Vedana? You understand it? No, I don't want it. Yeah? It is this kind of understanding is like like us, when we are when we are in the world, or when you look at your friends, yeah, they always blame something, they always blame something on the outside, on the government, on their relatives, on their wife, on their husbands, or whatever, yeah. It is like, you have your hand in fire, but always look the other side, yeah. And when you see a shadow there, you blame the shadow for your burn, yeah. Now what we are trying to do in meditation is, turn our heart or turn our eyes from outside to inside, so that we see, so that the heart can see what it's doing. Yeah? And if the heart, if a child sees that its hand is on fire, you don't have to tell him to withdraw. It's automatic. And that is the function of the heart. The moment the heart sees that it does something that hurts itself, it instantly lets go of it. Yeah? We can tell the heart to let go of it 1,000 times, yeah? It won't. But if it sees its own mistake, it instantly lets go. This is something that we have to understand. Yeah? We know, sometimes we know we have some bad habits and we want to let go of it. Sometimes we can control it not to fall into the bad habits, yeah. But then the heart still longs for it, so we do it again and we do it again and we do it again. But once the heart knows, it's bad for it, yeah, it hurts itself, yeah, it will never ever want to do it again. That is the way, yeah. We cannot tell the heart to let go, yeah, but we can show the heart that it hurts itself, yeah, and then the heart lets go, or chitta, yeah. I mean, whatever is useful for you. Use the chitta or use heart, yeah. Whatever is useful for you. Yeah? Okay, is that understood? Very short and powerful talk, huh? Yeah. Use the time wisely, huh? Use it, use it to your advantage, yeah, to get somewhere, yeah. And he is falling asleep, huh? Yeah, remember the times, remember the times when you were in the world and you had so much dukkha, yeah? Remember, yeah? And that's why we are here, not to hide the dukkha, yeah? Or to look away, yeah, from the dukkha, but to face the dukkha and see what is dukkha. If you understand what is dukkha, it's the first noble truth, dukkha. It's the first noble truth. The second noble truth is, why do we have dukkha? Desire, yeah? We want something or we dislike something or we don't want something, yeah? That's it, yeah? And the third is just a happy, a happy news, there's an end of dukkha. Huh? And the fourth is the path that leads to the end of dukkha. Always remember, dukkha is the first noble truth, yeah? And if we don't really understand dukkha, if we cannot see dukkha in our lives, yeah, we have a very hard time, yeah, to find the way out. Yeah? The more and the clearer and the more detailed we understand dukkha, the more motivation we have to overcome dukkha, and the more likely is it to find a way out. Simple, huh? Okay. So, are there any questions? Are there, yeah, some no? Andy? No questions? You have some question?
Yeah. So the question is, so first we develop ability to place the mind on one point.
Yeah.
Right, and then we develop knowingness.
Yes.
So we do it simultaneously or just?
We can do it simultaneously, yeah. But for some people, it is a step by step, yeah. Of course, you can do it simultaneously, yeah. This is the best way, yeah.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Maybe it makes sense, just develop to concentrate on one place, and then, because the second step is going on top of the first step, so kind of.
When you look, actually, it is the principle that we use to observe other things. Yeah? We concentrate on one thing, for instance, the animal, and at the same time we know what this animal is doing, or what is happening when we observe the wind, or when we observe the rain. We observe it, and at the same time we know it. Yeah, but for us, most of us, who learn meditation in the West, they were only focused on concentrating. Yeah. Of course, concentrate while knowing how the breath is, yeah, or how the Buddha is, yeah. This is the hard part, yeah, because concentration, pushing concentration is easier, yeah, than to develop this knowing. Yeah? Do it at the same time, yes, fine. Yeah. It's the same. It's two parts of the same, of the same thing. The concentration is important. To know when the chitta goes out. And then we need the effort to bring the chitta back to the point. And once we are back on the point, then we know how our object is moving, how our object is doing. Yeah? Be it the breath, is it in breath, out breath, is it the Buddha, is it beginning or end, or is it fast, is it slow, and so on. I just separate it in 2 steps because to make it more clear, that it is not only concentration, that there is this knowingness that we need to develop, because lot of people, have problems developing this knowingness, But if it is, if it is akin to you, fine, use it at the same time. So, any other question? Then read some of the questions, who are. William, understood? Well, a little bit,
Samatha and body contemplation. Wait, this is the,
What?
This is the header. Hello, many teachers talk about using samadhi to strengthen mindfulness and then using that basis to do body contemplation.
Yeah.
Does that mean I should only begin by doing body contemplation once I can easily obtain an upachara samadhi, and until that point only focus on developing my samatha practice? Or can I do body contemplation before having fully developed samadhi? If so, how should I divide my time between samatha and vipassana before having developed samadhi?
There's one little mistake, Samadhi is actually mind emptiness, it is not mindfulness. Just to correct that. People translate sati as mindfulness. The mind is full of one thing, but the mind emptiness is that where the knowing part comes in. And the knowing part is that, you will see it. If you do anapanasati, in the beginning you just know the breath around the tip of the nose, but the stronger your concentration becomes, the more you know the breath, and you can feel it, coming through the skin, you feel the whole breath body, And you don't have to put your concentration anywhere else to feel it, to know it, That's why I don't call it mindfulness, that's why I call it awareness, because aware is aware of all the things that are happening at the same time, Be it, understand? She's tired. Body contemplation, body contemplation, I would not yet do it if the mind is not really stable. Because for body contemplation, you have to focus, just like we focus on the Buddha, or focus on the breath, on a part of the body and visualize it. Visualize it internally. Because only then, when we visualize it internally, when we see the part that we are concentrating on, then we can ask the question, what happens, when I cut it up, what happens, what does it look like? Or when I use a hair, where does it come from? Then I look, So the questions and the seeing, must be there. So we have to first to be able to see that part that we contemplate or that we investigate, And that's why we need sati. But there are other things, There are other things of body contemplation that we can do we can do anytime, And first of all, reflection about death. The Lord Buddha prescribes it to us, Every day, reflection about death. We are born, we are getting older, we are getting sick, and we die. This is a reflection, you don't need to have a lot of sati. Reflecting about your birth, reflecting about your childhood, reflecting about all the things, that happened during your life, and so on, And growing old, going back, going back in the memories of sickness, How did you feel when you were sick, And, for people who are older, how does it feel, How does it compare having a young body and an older body, And so on, So these things we can do, This is the pre-stage of body contemplation. But body contemplation itself is we have to be able to actually visualize the things that we contemplate, And that for some people it comes very easy because they have done it in previous life. For other people, like myself included, it was a hard time. I had to train it for 9 months before I actually could see anything. Yeah. Not with my outer eyes. Yeah, you can have a help, and look, when you want to contemplate the hair of the body, you can look for 5 minutes, or when you contemplate the skin, you can look for 5 minutes, and then have the image in there, and then use this image. Yeah, and you can use the image just like your Buddha. Yeah? Skin, 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 skin. Until you slowly start to see it. Yeah, and then you can ask the contemplation. Then you can do the contemplation. And then you can do, it's very interesting. You have so many that's where you need your creativity. Huh? Okay, you take a very sharp knife, and then you cut your skin, and then you slowly pull your skin, and you actually see what is underneath the skin. Yeah? You see the blood, of course a shudder will run down your spine because you don't like to cut yourself. Yeah? You just do it in your imagination, and already the shudder runs down your spine. And then you pull it, yeah? And then you need the knife, and you cut off more of the flesh and see what is underneath the flesh, and so on, yeah? Or you cut a hole in your head, and take the brain out and have it, yeah? Or take the heart out and have it in your hand and see it, quivering little bit of body, yeah? There you can use all your imagination and creativity, but only after you are able to see it. Yeah? You don't have to see it like a Polaroid, as long as you understand what you see, that is enough. Yeah? So I wouldn't do a lot of body contemplation, if his sati is not strong enough. Yeah? Only if he can get any time in his samadhi, for at least 20 minutes to rest his mind, then he can do much more body contemplation. Yeah? But if it is hard for him to get into samadhi, I would suggest, if he gets into samadhi, only 1 hour a day, yeah, of body contemplation, and then rest the mind. Yeah? In the beginning, samatha is more important. Yeah? We need, yeah, just like everybody in this world, we need our sleep, otherwise we cannot work. Yeah? We cannot work 24 hours a day. It's impossible. We need our sleep, to rest the body, and then when the body is rested, we can we can work again. And that is the same thing for the mind. Yeah? The mind needs a rest. Yeah? So if you cannot access samadhi very easily, yeah, do it little. Yeah? Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. That depends on the strength of your samadhi. Yeah? But the other thing, the contemplation about death, the contemplation about being born, getting older, getting sick, and dying, that you can do any time. Yeah? But also don't do it too much. Get your samatha rolling. Once the samatha rolling, everything is fine. Yeah? Much easier. Yeah? It cuts through much easier. The mind is much sharper. Yeah? It is like, you have a blunt knife or you have a sharp knife. Yeah? If you go into samadhi, and you really get deep into samadhi, when you come out, the knife is very sharp. Yeah? And then you cut something off, and you exactly see what you cut off. But if you have a blunt knife, everybody knows, you really, you mash, think about a tomato, yeah? You try to cut it with a blunt knife, you don't see the inside structure. Yeah? You can mash it up, but you don't see the inside structure. If you have a sharp knife, you don't even need to do some work. You just put the weight of the knife, cut through the tomato. Yeah? And you see exactly, very clear the structure. And that's the same thing with samadhi, when our mind is very sharp, it sees very easily. It sees very detailed. Yeah? And that's what the heart needs. It sees to understand very clearly. Okay, I think the question is answered, huh? More or less. The other question?
I have a certain situation bothering me. It's very unclear to me whether or not the situation is urgent for me to take care of. There's a part of me that feels like, don't worry about it, just focus on practicing meditation as much as I can, since you can die at any moment and you don't want to waste any time. Should I listen to that part of me?
Or the other part is?
urgent business to take care of.
I mean, if it doesn't have any food on the table, you know, this is urgent, yeah? I mean, as long as your body is fine, yeah? As long as your body has the nutriments that it needs, yeah? Then focus on practice, yeah? I mean, if you just want to gather money, you know, to buy this asset or that asset, you know, or go here or there, that is not urgent, you know. Then meditation is more important. But if you need some food on the table or some medicine, you know, then this business is more urgent than the practice at the moment. Yeah. Last question?
In German.
It's in German, okay.
Was können wir jetzt tun, um sicherzustellen, auch in den folgenden Existenzen die reine Lehre des Buddhas zu finden und diese auch praktizieren zu können?
Das Wichtigste dabei ist, den Respekt für diese Lehre zu haben, an dieser Lehre zu folgen, ne? und immer wieder Lehrer zu suchen, ne? die diese wahre Lehre, ne? lehren, ne? Und sich vornehmen, ne? Und sich immer wieder vornehmen, ich will nur dieser Lehre lauschen. Ja? Und wenn man das bis zum Ende seines Lebens tut, ne? Dann wird es sehr wahrscheinlich sein, dass man im nächsten Leben auch wieder diese selbe Lehre findet. Aber es ist ganz wichtig, auch einen Respekt für diese Lehre zu entwickeln. Dass ich den erhabenen Buddha respektiere, dass ich ihm dankbar bin, ne? Dass ich Dankbarkeit habe, dass er so viele Leben auf sich genommen hat, um uns diese Lehre darzubieten. Okay. Andere Fragen auf Deutsch? You can ask in three languages: German, English, and Thai. Not Italian. Sorry, never learned Italian, and my French is gone. And Hindi I never learned. Okay, so then I hope you are a little bit motivated, huh? Let's go and practice, yeah? That's why we don't think, we look. I mean, the Upatak who takes care of me, I tell them to look, not to think, I have to do this, because then we forget things. If we look, yeah, a room, yeah, okay, this needs to be done, and before we leave this room, we look again.
I guess my samadhi it's not sharp.
Huh? What is telling? Because we constantly think, I need to do this, I need to do that. Instead of you using the sati, yeah, using this awareness, to look, and then we see what needs to be done. And that is so beautiful because we don't have to remember anything. We just need to look. Huh? Huh? I think, yes, and that's why we forget. I think I am. If I don't think, I'm not.